Namaskara and a very, very warm welcome on day 3 of Aero India 2021. The fact is that all eyes are on India and Bangalore. The fact that, of course, such a global aerospace event of this scale and certainly South Asia and Asia's largest is taking place at the Bangalore Air Force Base here in Yelahanka. There's still a nip in the air, and my co-host Asif Beg and me, Vasanthi Hariprakash, have a great pleasure in welcoming all our viewers, whether from DD Bharati, DD India and all the South India regional channels who are joining us. Once again, Namaskara and Vanakkam. Of course, as the Defence Minister of the country himself tweeted, Aero India 2021 in its hybrid avatar in this pandemic means a lot for India's Atmanirbhar campaign and Make in India push. But I'm going to actually now let my co-host Asif capture for us what was day 2 like. You've spent the whole day here, Asif, and of course with all those iron birds in the skies, give us a sense of what it was.
Good morning, India. Well, we've been connected with each other for past 3 days, and Aero India 2021, after the inaugural function which happened by the Defence Minister, Shri Rajnath Singh, we had day 2 where we had a spectacular show which came up by all the Air Force officers, and there were a lot of machines up in there, much in the air. So we had Sukhoi, who was like outstanding yesterday, and the best part was in Tejas, we also had our Bangalore South MP, Shri Tejasvi Surya, who was a part of it, who flew with Tejas. Well, ladies and gentlemen, today we have the valedictory function, and prior to that, we have something very important for the startup Manthan. So let's take you to Manthan.
Yeah, so I think as he mentioned, the Startup Manthan is a great platform for innovators. And if you really look at the significance of what Aero India usually is, and it's been a great pleasure for me personally, at least about 4 Aero India editions, to see this in the capital city of Karnataka and what gets called as the IT capital of the country, is that it's for air enthusiasts, it is for people in the business of aerospace and defense, and also startup innovators. That is coming to the fore with people who are going to be showcasing the 10 best startups get to show their innovations to the Defence Minister himself. And Asif,
with
I was reading
India 2021,
yeah.
Actually Bangalore, you mentioned about it, IT Hub to hai hi, Garden City, it's turning out to be the defense capital as well.
Yeah,
of,
yeah.
the
I think given the fact that traditionally we've had defense, what gets called startup now, but all the PSUs, Bharat Electronics Limited, BHEL and the Earth Movers Limited and HAL, and there is a mood of celebration given that HAL has bagged the contract of a 48,000 crore rupees to have these light combat
yesterday,
aircraft.
something very interesting happened. There was another MOU signed in between HAL and another company, and that also is a very big contract. Adds on, that's like a feather on our hat for the exhibitions and the conventions happening right here at Aero India 2021.
Yeah, so one aspect of it is the job creation, but the other aspect is also what it does to the younger generation. I was reading a tweet by IIT Kanpur. In fact, the students of IIT Kanpur have put together a 4 kg helicopter, a light helicopter, and it's got some really good features, and especially in terms of its radar capabilities as well. And that is something which is also being showcased. So I can imagine that those who are able to watch us virtually only, of course, this time, given that it's in a model where we need to be cautious still about the pandemic, but we still are going out to capture the enthusiasm of this biennial, something that happens only once in 2 years. So naturally, people look forward to every edition of Aero India. Asif, in the afternoon, when the President is going to be joining us for the valedictory, that would actually mark a closure. But before that, if we really evaluate all the 3 days of what it's been, I think in sheer terms of the business and interactions between different stakeholders, we have got a great thing going on Aero India 2021.
In fact, this is a very big thing, having the President himself being present here for the valedictory function of Aero India 2021. So ladies and gentlemen, we'll be witnessing that. Stay tuned with us with Doordarshan. Me and Vasanthi will be connected with you. For now, let's take you to the machines which are flying up in the air, making the skies flatter with their beauty.
I think it's time for us to be keeping our eyes locked to the skies for all the breathtaking maneuvers that our pilots and people and the crew have been put together. What kind of hard work it must have taken, and it's a great moment for them as well as all their families and the rest of us watching it with great pride.
With maneuvers, ladies and gentlemen, we see the Sarangs who's all set to fly up in the air along with the Surya Kirans. Enjoy the show.
इंडियन मीडियम रोल हेलीकॉप्टर IMRH के विकास में निर्माण के साथ सामरिक तथा निर्यातक दृष्टि से भारत के विकास एवं आत्मनिर्भरता के एक नए मुकाम को हासिल कर पाएगा।
Ladies and gentlemen, please give a warm round of applause as the LCH has landed right in front of you after this enthralling display. Towards our right, you can see the beautiful Sarangs taking to the sky. Thank you, Jai Hind.
Jai Hind and a very wonderful morning, ladies and gentlemen. This year is indeed special as it's proven once again that no adversity is big enough to even pause the Josh of the guardians of our country's skies. On this note, as we can see, it's a fine morning today, perfect for the display by the Sarang helicopter display team. I'm the team commentator, squad leader Arpita Mukherjee, and it will be my endeavor to guide you through the display today. As someone has rightly said, and I quote, the ultimate responsibility of a pilot is to fulfill the dreams of millions of earthbound ancestors who could only stare at the sky and wish. I unquote. Fulfilling that dream, the Sarang way, year 2021 marks as the 18th year of the display flying by this first ALH unit. It is our way to salute the indomitable spirit of the air warriors that beat the adversities into the submission. What you'll be witnessing today is the perfect blend of zero error ritual, man-machine coordination, coupled with the Josh and Hosh. A true depiction of a dancing peacock, which you're going to witness right now. It is the epitome of beauty and grace. Made the team founders name it as Sarang. The color scheme of the aircraft is the one in which a peacock is etched all over the helicopters. Display flying is all about precision and teamwork. The pilots have to demonstrate very high skill levels as they fly the Dhruv helicopter to the limits of its operational flight envelope. This, ladies and gentlemen, is the ultimate test in aviation for both the man and the machine. It will be well understood when the Sarang pilots will maneuver the Made in India Dhruv helicopter in close proximity to the ground in a daring display of skill. The team till date has successfully completed approximately 773 displays. It will be a matter of astonishment to you all that while doing these daredevil maneuvers, the aircraft maintains the distance of only one rotor dia, and such precision is the result of immense practice and training that team undergoes each and every time. shift your gaze as we are here, the Sarang helicopter display team of the Indian Air Force. The team is maintaining the wine glass formation while raising a toast on this momentous occasion of Aero India 2021. Sarang 1 is leading the formation with Sarang 4 flying right behind him. Sarang 2 is formating to his left and Sarang 3 to his right. Leading the formation is the team leader, Wing Commander Girish Komar, a qualified flying instructor and an instrument reading instructor and examiner. He has been one of the pioneers seeing through the fledgling Sarang team to today's one of its kind in the world. The co-pilot of Sarang 1 is squadron leader Mahesh Pundir. And as you can see, they taking the right turn, there will be a change from inverted wine glass to what we call an India formation. And here they make an English letter I in the sky. This I is dedicated to our motherland and for these indigenously developed helicopters. Ladies and gentlemen, from your right, coming in, Sarangs in India formation. Captain of Sarang 2 is the first woman display pilot of the team, Wing Commander Sneha Kulkarni. And her co-pilot today is squadron leader Manoj Manuel. He is experienced on Chetak and also on LH Mark III. The pilot in command of Sarang 3 is squadron leader Ravish Kumar, a QFI and a glacier cleared captain. His co-pilot today is squadron leader Veer. Wing Commander Niket Tiwari, a QFI and trained on fixed and rotary wing aircraft. It is the captain of Sarang 4 today. His co-pilot is Adarsh Thakur. Keep looking at the aircraft approaching from your left now. On the leader's command, the formation will change to something very, very special for this occasion. We shall stand by for the leader's call. That was a leader, and exactly, that is a diamond in the sky, ladies and gentlemen, especially marking the Aero India 2021. Indeed. Number 4 has just pulled up for the Stolton. I am sure the captain is propagating the social distancing norm this time. I can fly. Ladies and gentlemen, that's Sarang 4 making a quick short exit as he goes past you. Wave at him, wish him good luck. And as we are all geared up for Sarang's next maneuver, we can see the spectacular Surya Kiran aerobatic team going in for a spectacular takeoff. Keep looking to your 12 o'clock now. Sarang 1, 2 and 3. Position for the team's signature maneuver, the Dolphins Leap. This maneuver requires a very high degree of skill achieved by strict mind and body coordination. All 3 helicopters flying abreast will pull up in the vertical plane and carry out a synchronized stall turn to the left. Here they go, like a dolphin in the ocean. Sarangs and Dolphins Leap. rebels. Ladies and gentlemen, the ALH fleet in IAF has steadily grown from the conventional ALH Mark 1 to Mark 4. The ALH Mark 4 is the weapon system integrated version with its air-to-air and air-to-ground weaponry along with the modern avionics is one amongst the lethal arm platforms with the IAF today. The flexibility of this aircraft has been time-tested from buried operations to swarm displays. On this note, set your gaze straight ahead. The team is rolling in for crossover break. We shall listen out for the leader's call at this point of time. Stand by. With that leader's call, here it is, the crossover break. Apart from performing these breathtaking displays, this unit has also contributed immensely in several humanitarian assistance and disaster relief operations. The team was at the forefront in Operation Rahat in Uttarakhand in June 2013, was one of the first responders during the cyclone Okhi in December 17, and also during the tragic forest fires in Theni in March 18. These highly skilled pilots leave no opportunity to show off the capabilities of the helicopter they fly. The other pilots of the team are Wing Commander S.K. Mishra, who is the flight commander, Wing Commander Sridhar, Squadron Leader Manoj, Squadron Leader Mukesh, Squadron Leader Jagan, Squadron Leader Shekhar, Flight Lieutenant Dhanveer Singh, and Flight Lieutenant Akshay. Ladies and gentlemen, do not be deceived by these beautifully painted helicopters. These birds turn into mean machine ready to serve the nation whenever the need arises. Talking about the need and the difficulty level has now gone up, ladies and gentlemen, as the team is preparing for the level mesh. Coming in from opposite directions, each helicopter will cross the other within a gap of less than 1 second. And that also in the same plane. Keep looking straight ahead, coming in for level mesh. Takes to the skies and return home safely, a dedicated team of technicians work around the clock. The onerous responsibility of maintaining the zero error zone is being shouldered by Wing Commander Himanshu Purohit, along with Wing Commander Narendra Singh, Squadron Leader Satish, and Squadron Leader Selvin. And now get ready to feel the heat go up as the two pairs are positioning for the level cross. The helicopters are flying at just 50 meters above the ground, with Sarang 1 and Sarang 3 to your right and Sarang 2 and Sarang 4 to your left. Keep looking right and left, ladies and gentlemen, coming in for level cross. Perfect cross indeed. The team till date has successfully completed approximately 773 displays. While doing these daredevil maneuvers, the aircraft maintains
the distance of only one rotodile. One such example of precision is right here coming in from opposite direction. This time, Sarang 3 and Sarang 4. Helicopters will cross head-on and perform synchronized toll turn, facing away from each other. Ladies and gentlemen, keep looking straight. Coming in, Sarang 3, Sarang 4. And just for our August gathering and for their applauses, here comes Sarang 3 and Sarang 4 performing a high-speed cross, once again exclusively for you. That was Sarang 3 and Sarang 4, ladies and gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen, our team boasts of the finest air warriors of the Indian Air Force, an embodiment of the professionalism and ethos of the IAF. The Sarang team has time and again been called to the fore in humanitarian assistance and disaster relief missions. With one motive of winning hearts and saving lives, this time the Sarangs have something very lovable and very special coming in for us. A beautiful, pulsating Sarang hearts just for the August gathering present here this morning. With love, Sarangs. Display flying, ladies and gentlemen, is all about grace and beauty that you're witnessing right now. In this, the pilots have to be deliberate and they operate at relatively low speeds, stretching the aircraft to their limits. This deliberate attempt to remain in the visual bubble can be well understood when I tell you that today the team is flying within the boundary of just 3 square kilometer and in the height band of 50 meter to 140 meter above the ground level, operating within the speed limit of 100 to 240 kmph. It gives me an immense pride to tell you that the team executes the humanitarian missions with the same finesse with which it has been executing well choreographed maneuvers in front of you. And now look straight ahead, the team rolled in for the grand finale of today's display, the Sarang split. The leader will give a call on the soul-lilting tune of Vande Mataram. We will perform the Sarang split.
Namma Bengaluru. A very good morning, ladies and gentlemen. After that scintillating display by the Sarang helicopter display team, in a short while from now, you will be witnessing the majestic takeoff of the Surya Kiran team. The team will be taking off in 2 wings. The first wing will be led by Group Captain Anup Singh, Vayu Sena Medal. Following him, there will be 3 aircraft streaming, Surya Kiran 4, 5 and 6. And then will come our next wing, which will be led by Squadron Leader Abhijit Singh. I'm Squadron Leader Anjali Rai, the Surya Kiran team commentator, and it is my privilege to guide you through the display profile. After the takeoff, you all will be witnessing a thrilling display by light utility helicopter. And soon the team members will gather and will be in front of you to present a thrilling aerobatic display. takeoff, let me familiarize you all with the directions and clock codes, which I will be using while guiding you through the display. When I say, look 10 o'clock, please shift your gaze to your left. To your left wherein you can see that white helicopter. Right above that, you will be able to spot the team members. When I say, look straight ahead or 12 o'clock, please look across the runway and wherein you can see the tree line right above them, you will be able to spot the team. Till then, please welcome the Sarang helicopter display team coming in from your left for a very beautiful landing. Ladies and gentlemen, please keep encouraging these daredevils with your big round of applause. Well, finishing off with the clock code, when I say look right or look 2 o'clock, please shift your gaze to your right and wherein you can see the Sarangs going for landing right above them. You will be able to spot the team members.
It's a picturesque moment when you see the Sarang helicopter display team in a very, very low and a slow speed, giving its full glory. For a photo opportunity, ladies and gentlemen, a big, big round of applause for the Sarang helicopter display team of the Indian Air Force.
Well, we have just received the message that the Surya Kirans have been cleared for takeoff. So please keep looking to your left as rolling will be the first wake. A wake or a pair takeoff is generally done during war or for operational purposes for the maximum utilization of the runway. However, today you will be witnessing this thrilling takeoff by the Surya Kiran team. Here comes the first wake.
HAL is extremely proud to present here in display its youngest and latest member of the growing helicopter family, the light utility helicopter, an abiding example of HAL's continued dedication to self-reliance, Atmanirbharta. We have in front of you the light utility helicopter, which will be performing a spiraling climb, amply demonstrating the reserve of power and controllability the machine possesses. Ladies and gentlemen, look to your right as the aircraft will now climb steeply. The LUH, a 3-ton helicopter with a single RD-in 1U engine, has been developed as a replacement to the Indian Armed Forces' aging Chetak and Cheetah fleet of single-engine helicopters. Designing a helicopter for India's vast and varied terrain with its conflicting requirements has always been a daunting task. HAL has always lived up to this challenge, and the time it is achieved with completely indigenous resources. The display is being performed by HAL test pilots, Group Captain Rajesh Verma and Wing Commander Bambani. After its magnificent wing-over maneuvers, the aircraft will now showcase its tail rotor power and low-speed handling capability. It will perform a quick stop, a sideward flight, tail-up maneuver in rearward flight. So keep looking forward. What you're witnessing, ladies and gentlemen, is a sideward flight. The helicopter has completed all the necessary flight test trials required for achieving initial operation clearance, a feat achieved almost a year back. After performing a quick stop, the aircraft now do a tail-up maneuver in rearward flight. There she goes with the tail-up maneuver. The light utility helicopter is now ready to perform a couple of stall turns in front of us. And the LUH is now ready for operation from anywhere, be it in the glacier or the plains or the sandy desert dunes or even the high seas. And look straight ahead as it performs its first stall turn. There she goes up again, touching the sky with glory with its second stall turn. The light utility helicopter has a hingeless main rotor system fitted with the new segmented blades, a first for HAL in its helicopter design. Segmented blades would enable rapid folding and unfolding of blades, making it handy in transportation, parking, and in operations over confined areas such as small ship decks. The machine had its debut display in the AeroIndia 2017, 4 years back, and today it is in front of us, fully ready with operational clearance, certification and posed for operational exploitation. Ladies and gentlemen, the LUH as it lands in front of us, please give her a warm round of applause, welcoming her to join the India's indigenous helicopter family and wishing her good luck and Godspeed.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, this is the Surya Kiran team commentator once again back with you all. Any aerobatic display is dependent on the weather to a large extent, and the decision to carry out a vertical or horizontal profile will be governed by today's weather, which seems to be perfectly fine for a vertical display. Tied by an invisible string, the team will be presenting synchronous aerobatic maneuvers. Coupled with music, it appears to be a ballet in the air. Ladies and gentlemen, presenting ambassadors of the Indian Air Force, the Surya Kiran aerobatic team, led by Group Captain Anup Singh, Vayu Sena Med. The team made an entry in Aero formation, and you just witnessed the leftmost and rightmost members fighting in to form a diamond in the sky. Keep watching as the team members who appear to be hurtling towards the ground will be recovering at a height of near 200 meters above the ground. All the 9 members in synchronous harmony with each other are turning at a speed of 700 kilometers per hour. But do not shift your gaze anywhere, as soon the team leader will be ordering a change in the formation. और ये देखिए कैसे टीम लीडर के आदेश का अनुसरण करते हुए दाहिनी तथा बाईं ओर के सदस्य आगे की ओर बढ़ रहे हैं तथा अब टीम लीडर के साथ कंधे से कंधा मिलाते हुए उड़ान भर रहे हैं। इसी के साथ टीम ने बना ली है डेल्टा फॉर्मेशन। देवियों एवं सज्जनों, आपकी बाईं ओर से डेल्टा फॉर्मेशन। As the team prepares for its next maneuver, let me introduce you all to the team members who are flying in today's display. Leading the formation is the team leader, Surya Kiran 1, Group Captain Anup Singh, Vayu Sena Med. He is the commanding officer of the squadron. Lying right behind him, we have number 4, Wing Commander Mayank Nautiyal. And flying at the tail of the formation behind number 4 is number 7, Squadron Leader Abhijit Singh. The safety observer coordinates and ensures the safety of the team from the ground. Today, this task is being performed by Wing Commander Nikhil Bhatt, who flies as number 6. And now, ladies and gentlemen, please shift your gaze to your right, 2 o'clock. As soon you will see the team members pulling up for a loop. और इस लूप में आप टीम को देखेंगे एक अंतरिक्ष यान की फॉर्मेशन। दिशा में पुल अप कर रही है। सूर्य किरण टीम एक अंतरिक्ष यान की फॉर्मेशन में। इस फॉर्मेशन को हम समर्पित करते हैं भारत के अतुलनीय अंतरिक्ष प्रोग्राम फॉर मेक इन इंडिया ड्राइव को। At the forefront of the Made in India campaign and has helped India conquer the final frontier, space. On that note, Surya Kiran team from your right. As you see the formation now, introducing the members flying to the right of the leader. To the right of the leader, we have Surya Kiran 2 Wing Commander Udit Mehta. Behind him is number 8, Squadron Leader Navjot Singh, and right outer is number 6, Squadron Leader Manik Bhalla. At this moment, the team members are flying at a distance of merely 1 wingspan from each other, which is 5.5 meters. Until the time I was introducing the team members, you can see they have formed a new formation. They are coming in from your right in wine glass formation. With this wine glass, the Surya Kiran team raises a toast to all the participants of Aero India 2021 and especially to our virtual audience. आइए अब मैं आपका परिचय टीम के बाईं ओर उड़ान भर रहे सदस्यों से करवाती हूँ। टीम लीडर के बाईं ओर है सूर्य किरण 3 विंग कमांडर अतुल यादव, उनके ठीक पीछे उड़ान भर रहे हैं नंबर 9 विंग कमांडर अजय दर्शन तथा बाईं ओर छोर पे उड़ान भर रहे हैं नंबर 5 स्क्वाड्रन लीडर तेजेश्वर सिंह। टीम के अन्य सदस्यों में शामिल हैं स्क्वाड्रन लीडर अमन सलारिया जो नंबर 5 की पोजीशन पर उड़ान भरते हैं, स्क्वाड्रन लीडर रूपम बॉडलॉय और स्क्वाड्रन लीडर दीपांकर गर्ग। Ladies and gentlemen, this time please shift your gaze to your left 10 o'clock as the team will be coming in to perform a barrel roll in diamond formation. The epitome of any aerobatic maneuver is a barrel roll. It is a combination of looping and rolling and requires immense concentration and anticipation from the pilot to maintain his orientation while pitching up and rolling at the same time. To your left 10 o'clock, the Surya Kiran team has pulled up for a barrel roll in diamond formation. This diamond roll is dedicated to our COVID warriors who have been fighting with this pandemic with all their might and who have withstood the immense pressure and have come out shining like a diamond. Our Synchro pair. To strive for perfection, a team of over 100 technicians led by Wing Commander Nagendra and assisted by Squadron Leader Suraj and Squadron Leader Shyam Mohan support the flying effort. Formation aerobatics is not new to the Indian Air Force. It dates back to 1982. The golden jubilee year of the Indian Air Force, when the first official 9-aircraft aerobatic team, the Thunderbolt Aerobatics team, was formed. This team mesmerized a generation of spectators from 1982 to 1989. And the team flew the venerable Hunter aircraft. Paying a tribute to the legacy of the Thunderbolt team, the Surya Kiran team will be coming in from your 12 o'clock, resembling the shape of the Hunter aircraft. और दर्शकों, आपने अभी तक जिन टीम के सदस्यों को टीम लीडर के साथ एक अदृश्य डोरी से बंधे हुए देखा है, वे टीम लीडर के आदेश का अनुसरण करते हुए पूरे आसमान में सूर्य की किरणों की तरह बिखर जाएंगे। There, ladies and gentlemen, 12 o'clock to you, the Surya Kiran team, pulling up for its signature maneuver, the bomb burst loop. Let's listen out for the leader's call.
Surya Kiran. Time, thrust, go!
Well, please do not fret, as this is not the end. The team has warmed you up, and now to raise the tempo and increase your heartbeats, we present to you some sensational synchro maneuvers by the Surya Kiran aerobatic team. So sit back and tighten those seatbelts, as we will be taking you on the most astounding journey of aerobatic display. For the first synchro maneuver, which is the barbed wire cross, Surya Kiran 8 and 9, our synchro pair, will be coming in from your left and right. And they will be accompanied by Surya Kiran 5 and 6, who will be coming hot on their tails. So ladies and gentlemen, there from your left and right, you can see Surya Kiran 8 and 9 approaching towards each other along with 5 and 6. And can you guess their closing speed? Well, it is more than 1,000 kilometers per hour. Wasn't that amazing? Well, I hope those seatbelts are fastened. Nice and proper, as Dusty and NJ are not done yet. They have decided to raise the difficulty level and will be coming in front of you one more time, this time for a jinking cross. Jinking is a maneuver which is used in combat to confuse the enemy. However, this beautiful morning, our synchro pair will be performing the jinking cross to raise your heartbeats. Ladies and gentlemen, Dusty from your left hand, MJ from your right. The legendary Surya Kiran team was formed in 1996 on the indigenously manufactured Kiran Mark II aircraft and presented its last display in AeroIndia 2011. However, after a very short gap of 3 years, in 2015, this team was formed on Hawk Mark 132 aircraft. And on that note, please shift your gaze to your right, as here comes the leader with his boys in a beautiful alpha formation dedicated to Aero India 2021. But what is the fun in flying straight and level? So look to your left, here comes TJ with a little surprise. That was number 5 TJ piercing right through the alpha formation and executing a flawless alpha cross. The team, which was resurrected in 2015, started as a 4-aircraft team and presented its maiden display on 8 October 2015. With the hard work and dedication of each and every team member, it progressed to a 6-aircraft team in 2016. And finally, the dream of having a 9-aircraft team was realized in 2017. Every member strives to live up to its motto, always the best. Creating a buzz and raising your heartbeats one more time. Number 5, DJ. Now please shift your gaze to your right, as coming in from your right is Surya Kiran 6, 8 and 9. And there goes the inverted man of Scat, Dusty, flying upside down. The inverted wing formation. Gentlemen, it seems that these daredevils are coming from every direction towards us. So time now to shift your gaze straight ahead, 12 o'clock. Coming in from 12 o'clock will be Surya Kiran 1, 2 and 3. Anup, Udit and Atul. And there they are. And there goes Surya Kiran 2, being mischievous and drawing circles behind Surya Kiran 1 and 3. Ladies and gentlemen, the corkscrew maneuver. And time once again to shift your gaze to your right, as coming in from your right 3 o'clock will be Surya Kiran 7 along with Surya Kiran 4. It seems there is some confusion in their mind and they are not able to decide which side is up and which side is down. So from your right, here comes Surya Kiran 7 flying inverted. And as he will straighten, you will see number 4 inverting. सभी ने खेली है, लेकिन आज आप सबके साथ एक अनोखी आंख मिचौली खेलने जा रहे हैं सूर्य किरण टीम के पायलट्स। तो जरा अपनी नजरें आसमान में घुमाइए, लेकिन बाईं ओर नहीं, और एक बार ढूंढ के बताइए कि आपको हवाई जहाज कहां नजर आ रहे हैं। Well, let me help you out. Keep looking straight ahead and you will see one aircraft approaching towards you. But is it one or two? Well, those of you who can spot one, raise one hand, and those of you who can spot two of them, please raise both your hands. Well, it seems 6, 8 and 9 were not in the mood to play hide and seek. That was 6, 8 and 9 executing a hidden split. And now, once again, please shift your gaze straight ahead. As coming in from 12 o'clock is the leader for a starburst. But more than this maneuver, it is the message which he will be transmitting for our audience, which is very, very special. So keep looking straight ahead, 12 o'clock. There they are, 12 o'clock to you, and let's listen out for the leader's message.
Good morning, Bangalore. Surya Kiran wishes all of you blue skies and happy landings. Jai Hind.
Wait. We are not yet done. Ladies and gentlemen, especially all the beautiful ladies, it seems your heartfelt applause has reached our team, and especially to Synchro pair number 8 and number 9. And how do I know that? Well, keep looking straight ahead and you will get to know it very, very soon. And there they are, 12 o'clock to you, Surya Kiran 8 and 9, Dusty and NJ, putting up to perform something very, very special. As we are approaching the Valentine's Day, here is a heart dedicated to all the beautiful ladies who are watching us, cheering us, and who have been encouraging the team with their love and support. A Surya Kiran heart to all the lovely ladies. देवियों एवं सचिन, यह एक छोटी सी प्रस्तुति थी सूर्य किरण टीम की ओर से। सूर्य किरण टीम अपने आदर्श वाक्य सदैव सर्वोत्तम पर खरी उतरती हुई भारतीय वायुसेना के आदर्श वाक्य नभः स्पृशम दीप्तम को सही मायनों में चरितार्थ करती है। Daredevils come and simply land. And there, to your right, you can see them peeling off one after the other. Well, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome them back with a big round of applause. The one who landed first is Surya Kiran 2. You saw him performing the corkscrew maneuver and drawing circles behind 1 and 3. Surya Kiran 2 Wing Commander Udit Mehta, and there comes following close number 9. Our Synchro pair or Synchro leader, Wing Commander Ajay Dasrathi. There comes Surya Kiran 3 Wing Commander Atul Yadav. And here we have Surya Kiran 5. You saw him creating a buzz and raising your heartbeat. Squadron leader Tejeshwar Singh. And now, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the team leader with a big round of applause. Here comes Surya Kiran 1, Group Captain Anup Singh. You saw him pulling all the strings during the display. Here we have number 6, Squadron Leader Manik Bhalla. He flies as the right outer. Following him, there we have number 7, Squadron Leader Abhijit Singh. And there comes number 4, the Flight Commander. Wing Commander Mayank Nautiyal. You saw him inverting along with number 7. And last but not the least, here comes Synchro 2, Surya Kiran 8, Squadron Leader Navjot Singh.
Keeping up with the ethos of the Indian Air Force, we take pride in our heritage. So, ladies and gentlemen, we present to you the Goonie bird, savior of Kashmir, the one and only Dakota.
ಈಗ ನಮ್ಮೆಲ್ಲರ ಮುಂದೆ ಡಕೋಟಾ ವಿಮಾನವನ್ನು ನೋಡಬಹುದು. ಗೂನಿ ಬರ್ಡ್ ಎಂದೇ ಜನಪ್ರಿಯವಾಗಿ ಕರೆಯಲ್ಪಡುವ ಡಕೋಟಾ ವಿಮಾನವು ನಮ್ಮ ವಾಯುಪಡೆಯ ಮೊದಲ ಪ್ರಮುಖ ಸಾರಿಗೆ ವಿಮಾನವಾಗಿತ್ತು. ವಿಶ್ವದ ಅತ್ಯುನ್ನತ ವಿಮಾನಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ಒಂದಾಗಿರುವ ಗೂನಿ ಬರ್ಡ್ಗೆ ಅದರದೇ ಆದ ಒಂದು ಇತಿಹಾಸವಿದೆ. ಈ ವಿಮಾನವು 1947ರಿಂದ 1971ರವರೆಗೆ ಲಾಜಿಸ್ಟಿಕ್ಸ್ ಮತ್ತು ಸಾರಿಗೆ ಕ್ಷೇತ್ರದಲ್ಲಿ ಪ್ರಮುಖ ಪಾತ್ರ ವಹಿಸಿದೆ. 1947ರ ಅಕ್ಟೋಬರ್ನಲ್ಲಿ ಕಾಶ್ಮೀರಿ ಸೈನಿಕರನ್ನು ಸಾಗಿಸಿರುವುದರಿಂದ ಹಿಡಿದು 1971ರ ಬಾಂಗ್ಲಾದೇಶ್ ಸ್ವತಂತ್ರ ಹೋರಾಟದಲ್ಲಿ ಟ್ಯಾಂಗಿಲ್ ಡ್ರಾಪ್ಗೆ ಈ ವಿಮಾನವನ್ನು ಬಳಕೆ ಮಾಡಲಾಗಿತ್ತು. ಫೆಬ್ರವರಿ 13ರಂದು ಸಂಸದರಾದ ಶ್ರೀ ರಾಜೀವ್ ಚಂದ್ರಶೇಖರ್ ಈ ಗೂನಿ ಬರ್ಡ್ ವಿಮಾನವನ್ನು ತಮ್ಮ ತಂದೆ ಏರ್ ಕೊಮೊಡೋರ್ MK ಚಂದ್ರಶೇಖರ್ VSM ರವರ ಪರವಾಗಿ ಭಾರತೀಯ ವಾಯುಪಡೆಗೆ ಉಡುಗೊರೆಯಾಗಿ ನೀಡಿದರು. ಇದು ನಮ್ಮ ವಾಯುಪಡೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ಐತಿಹಾಸಿಕ ದಿನವಾಗಿಯೇ ಉಳಿದಿದೆ. UK ದೇಶದಿಂದ ಕೂಲಂಕಿತ ಪರೀಕ್ಷೆ ಆದ ನಂತರ ಇದನ್ನು 2018ರಲ್ಲಿ ಭಾರತಕ್ಕೆ ತರಲಾಯಿತು.
Today for the flying display, the aircraft is being piloted by our veteran Group Captain Ajay Menon, along with Wing Commander Siddharth Gehlot from the Heritage Flight of Indian Air Force. Group Captain Ajay Menon is an experimental test pilot with the Hindustan Aeronautics Limited with more than 3,000 hours of flying on more than 20 different types of aircraft.
भारतीय संस्कृति के अनुरूप भारतीय वायुसेना अपनी परंपराओं और विरासत को सदैव सर्वोपरि सम्मान देती है तथा वरिष्ठों के अनुभवों को आत्मसात कर हमेशा सचेत रहती है. आसमान की रक्षा में परशुराम तुम्हें मन में रखते हैं, घुसकर दुश्मन के घर में विजयी परचम फहरा सकते हैं. इतिहास नहीं, भूगोल भी बदल सकते हैं.
This aircraft has a top speed of 190 miles per hour and a range in excess of 1,000 miles. More important, the aircraft had a very low accident rate and was considered the best transport plane of the Indian Air Force.
Namaskara, Bangalore. This is Group Captain Menon and Wing Commander AK Singh from the Dakota cockpit. I hope you're enjoying the aerial ballet. I have only one question, Bangalore. How is the Josh? Bangalore, keep your mask on, keep social distancing, and beat the pandemic. Dakota, out.
Ladies and gentlemen, the voice you just heard was the voice of the pilot directly from the cockpit of Dakota. And now you can see how majestically she flies away into the vast blue sky.
Ladies and gentlemen, after that enchanting performance, next in line we have something that will raise your heartbeats. Taking to the skies of Bengaluru to enchant you is the mighty Sukhoi 30 MKI. It has already taxied out and is waiting for final clearance. The aircraft that you will see is from 30 Squadron, the Lions. In the captain's seat today will be Wing Commander Varun Bhoj, and in the rear cockpit will be Squadron Leader Ali. Both the crew are masters of their roles for today's display. aircraft you will see taking off in a short while from now. And if you listen closely, you will hear the thunderous sound of the afterburners. Because when the mighty flanker is sprinting down the runway, the thunder is never behind. There you see her taking off. She will take a quick left turn and like I was saying, thunder is never far behind. She has taken a left turn and will now position for the loop, tumble and the yaw. This maneuver is extremely complex and seemingly impossible, but is the forte of this aircraft. The Sukhoi 30 MKI is the only operational aircraft in the world today that can perform this extremely complex and seemingly impossible maneuver. She has started to climb up. There is the loop, the tumble, and the yaw. What you just saw was the aircraft saying goodbye to all known laws of aerodynamics. The flanker will now position along the runway from your right and will execute a series of rolls. That maneuver, ladies and gentlemen, was a display of the agility of the aircraft. Wing Commander Varun will position onto your left now for a low-speed run along the runway. The maneuver allows the bird to slide behind any slower adversary. She will run in from your left, abounding in grace and poise. Time stands still as she tiptoes past you at just 200 kilometers per hour. Aircraft that can turn quickly even at low speeds is a nightmare for any adversary. Talking about nightmares, Wing Commander Varun will now demonstrate the low-speed turn capability of this marvelous aircraft. It will turn I was saying, it will turn through 360 degrees with a radius turn of nearly 450 meters. The Sukhoi 30 MKI is invincible in a dogfight. In case you were a little caught up and missed some of the finer details of the maneuver earlier on, we have for you, once again, the spectacular loop tumble yaw. And this time, the pilot will position the aircraft head-on to the dais. Do not miss out on the opportunity to look at this marvelous maneuver once again. And there she climbs up for a loop. And there is the loop, ladies and gentlemen. The tumble. And the yaw. Can I have a huge round of applause for that? Flying in reverse gear, this is perhaps your only chance to witness such a spectacle. Keep your eyes on the aircraft, and the next maneuver is the tail slide, the signature maneuver of the Sukhoi 30 MKI. Look as she's pulling up into the blue yonder. Wing Commander Varun will soon make the aircraft stand on her tail and slow her down to 0 speed. There it is, ladies and gentlemen. 25 tons of machinery and 2 humans stationary in the skies above you. And the captain is now making the aircraft slide back, tail forward and vertically down. The maneuver displays the extraordinary performance of this aircraft and the stability of its engines in such an adverse and harsh maneuver. Craft will now be positioning onto your right for a loop. It will gracefully pitch up the nose and commence the loop, and will complete the maneuver with the same grace and elegance. Wasn't that a horseshoe though in the sky? Wing Commander Varun will now bring this mighty aircraft for a high-speed run. Do keep your eyes fixed onto your left, because the next maneuver is the high-speed run. There she comes, flying past you at speeds close to 900 kilometers per hour. Do not be deceived by the noises that the sound of thunder is following. As you saw, turned left and will shortly lower the landing gear to come in for a landing, where Wing Commander Varun will demonstrate the landing capabilities of the mighty flanker. Keep looking to your left and you will see the flanker confidently making her approach to terra firma. Look on and you will notice the grace with which the wheels kiss the earth. And there she is. The pilot has started to decelerate and she will come to a stop soon. May we have a huge round of applause for the mighty Sukhoi 30 MKI. The flanker combines the ruggedness of Russian technology and Western avionics. But inside her is a heart that is truly Indian. Thank you so much for being such a wonderful audience. This is Flight Lieutenant Rhythma signing off. Jai Hind. Ladies and gentlemen, the next aircraft for the flight display is none other than our very own Netra, the eye in the sky. I am Squad Leader Zufila and I'll guide you through the display of airborne early warning and control system. Look to your left for the Netra, eye in the sky.
हवा से सूचना का संचार करने वाला, हवाई सुरक्षा को जिम्मेदारी देने वाला, विजयी सपनों को पंख लगाने वाला नेत्र स्वयं आपकी नजरों के सामने उड़ान भरता हुआ। नेत्र नाम से विभूषित एयरबोर्न अर्ली वार्निंग एंड कंट्रोल सिस्टम सेंटर फॉर एयरबोर्न सिस्टम भारतीय रक्षा अनुसंधान संस्थान द्वारा भारत में निर्मित पहला AEW&C सिस्टम है। नेत्र का बेस ब्राजील के एम्ब्रेयर एयरक्राफ्ट पर है।
Today is flown by Wing Commander Uday Pratap Singh and Squadron Leader NDS Reddy of Aircraft and Systems Testing Establishment ASTE of the Indian Air Force. ASTE has been involved in the flight test of this platform from the day one of its inception.
खोल आंखें, तुझको है दूर उड़कर जाना, दुश्मन की हर हरकत पर नजर है टिकाना। वीर वायु योद्धाओं को कर सजग, समय पर है चेताना। सूचना का संचार कर नेत्र, तुम देश को महासमर में विजयी बनाना।
Airborne Early Warning and Control System on Embraer platform is one of the first of its kind to undertake air-to-air refueling anywhere in the world. In fact, Wing Commander Uday Pratap Singh was the first test pilot from Indian Air Force to have executed the air-to-air refueling on this aircraft. Airborne Early Warning and Control System, in short AEW&C, is a capability enhancer with contemporary state-of-the-art technology capable of long-range radar detection, electronic surveillance measures, communication support measures, command and control, battle management and networking through data link with command and control center on ground. The AEW&C system is based on a modified Embraer 145 aircraft from Brazil. All the mission systems installed on this aircraft are indigenous. This, ladies and gentlemen, is a big step in the direction of Atmanirbharta in the field of radar and EW systems. With its unique features of quick deployment, minimal manpower and cost-effective operations, makes it an indomitable network-centric platform.
Having achieved operational success, few more such AEW&C systems will be developed by CAB's DRDO on Airbus platform.
त्वरित तैनाती, न्यूनतम मैनपावर की आवश्यकता, लागत में अभूतपूर्व कमी तथा प्रभावी संचालन की अनूठी विशेषताएं इसे एक अदम्य केंद्रीय नेटवर्क प्रणाली में स्थान प्रदान करती हैं। एम्ब्रेयर प्लेटफॉर्म पर 8 EWC सिस्टम दुनिया में हवा में ही ईंधन भरने के लिए अपनी तरह का पहला उपक्रम है।
And there you can see Netra landing in front of you. Give a huge round of applause for Netra, the eye in the sky.
Gentlemen, train your eyes to the left for a first among the firsts. The B1B Lancer of the United States Air Force, also known as the Bone, will fly past next for the second time in Aero India 2021. The first time it flew here was on the opening day. It is a multi-role, long-range bomber capable of flying a variety of intercontinental missions. The B1B today is captained by Major Drew Mentor. We have 2 Tejas escorting the B1B on either side. These aircraft are flown by Wing Commander Varun Singh and Wing Commander Karthikeya. The B1B has flown a 26-hour-long flight from Ellsworth Air Force Base in South Dakota and belongs to the 34th Expeditionary Bomb Squadron. The other crew members on board are Lieutenant Austin, Major Jason, and Captain Hiep Du. We await the arrival of the B1B. This aircraft has carried out 4 in-flight refuelings over a 11,000-mile journey. Your eyes to the left and notice the B1B escorted by 2 Tejas coming in front of you. Give a big round of applause to the participation of the United States Air Force in Aero India 2021. Side by the Tejas, the B1B once again captained by Major Drew Mentor. A big round of applause for the Bone. Ladies and gentlemen, we come to the close of the morning aircraft flying display.
On behalf of Ministry of Defence, we express our gratitude to all our distinguished guests for honouring honoring us with their presence this morning. On behalf of the commentary team, comprising Group Captain Monish, Wing Commander Nimish, Wing Commander Matthew, Squadron Leader Vandana, Squadron Leader Tanya, Squadron Leader Zufila, and I, Flight Lieutenant Ridhima, we thank you and hope you enjoyed being here. Jai Hind.
आशा करते हैं आज के इस एयर शो में आप सभी ने भरपूर आनंद लिया होगा। साथ ही एरोस्पेस सेक्टर के बारे में और जानने की इच्छा को भी जागृत किया होगा। नभ को स्पर्श करने वाले नजर नहीं आते, बादलों में कहीं गुम हो, पर यह जमी सलामत है क्योंकि आसमां में तुम हो। रक्षा मंत्रालय की ओर से मैं साभार धन्यवाद करता हूं समस्त उपस्थित गणमान्य व्यक्तियों का, जिन्होंने अपना मूल्यवान समय इस समारोह के सफल आयोजन हेतु दिया। कमेंट्री टीम के सदस्यों ग्रुप कैप्टन मोनीश, विंग कमांडर मैथ्यू, स्क्वाड्रन लीडर वंदना, स्क्वाड्रन लीडर तान्या, स्क्वाड्रन लीडर जुफिला तथा फ्लाइट लेफ्टिनेंट रिधिमा की ओर से मैं विंग कमांडर निमिष जैन आज के इस कार्यक्रम की समाप्ति पर आपसे विदा लेता हूं। जय हिंद।
What a spectacular show back again. This third day of Aero India 2021. We concluded with two Tejas going together. Prior to that, we had Netra. What was the best thing you liked about the entire program?
Well, Asif, it's always tough to choose one particular moment, but I was just saying that it's been such a privilege to be the eyes of the world in watching this. Of course, getting to see something which gets, pulled off even in the midst of a pandemic. But my special one was the Dakota. Given that it's a flight, it's an aircraft that is older in a sense in the Indian Republic itself, and has played such crucial parts in our country's history and defense, whether it's in the 1971 war or even before.
1947 as well.
Yeah.
It's played a vital role.
I think, in a way, you are watching pieces of our own country's history.
The kind of dedication, the Dakota is given, it is being honored with a name, Parshuram, and it's a vintage aircraft which is preserved. And last year, it was awarded as well.
Yeah. No, and particularly when you see the Tejas in the sky, I almost feel that, okay, this is the hero of this edition. Of course, every single aircraft, whether it was the Surya Kiran or the Sarang or the Sukhoi, that, the HAL itself manufactures. It's, everything has its own piece of history. But for those who are joining in only today, I think it's essential for you to know that there is a big moment in India showcasing its indigenous flight capabilities and also manufacturing, given that 83 of these aircraft are going to roll out in the next few years to come, all from Hindustan Aeronautics Limited. That was in fact the big moment that was celebrated even a day prior to when this edition, that is the 13th edition of the premier global aerospace event that is taking place in the Bangalore Air Force Base, Yelahanka.
So it all started in 1996, where we had the first episode of Aero India happening, and now we are in the 13th edition right here.
Yeah.
And most of the countries made it really impossible to organize a aero show like this, but in spite of pandemic, India took a bold step, and we started with the inauguration. We are here at the third day. We have the valedictory function.
Some of these measures that were really put together in place, how do you really make sure that there are so many people and yet we stay safe? One was the COVID negative report that was mandatory, that you had to have it not before 31st January.
Just 3
to
days
make
prior.
sure, we all underwent our RT-PCR tests, and only 3,000 people allowed on a single day. Otherwise, anybody who has seen Aero India in the previous years know that people flock to this, and I could sense the public eagerness to participate in this, and that is why I think people are watching through the
we
virtual
see the
platforms.
difference. The audience is very less, but then the best part is this was a hybrid show, and we have made sure that this is related to the entire country. All
I
right,
think we'll have to, take our audiences right now to the Chandan Singh Auditorium there, because there are very other things besides the flypast that we've been watching, Asif, the startup Manthan, and the valedictory, of course, this afternoon, where the Honorable President of India, Shri Kovind, is going to be here with us. But meanwhile, we will keep coming back to you, whether you're watching us through whichever DD National or South channels, to tell you what we are seeing with our eyes right here at Aero India 2021.
So, ladies and gentlemen, we'll take you right to Manthan, which is happening, this startup right there, and we have our defense minister also being present there. Probably the president is also going to be present, and we shall be back with you in a little while for the valedictory function. For now, let's get towards Manthan, the startup. This is Asif Beg with Vasanti Hariprakash.
Thank you.